Hey, welcome back to my channel. Chrissy Explains It All. So, as always, if I'm going to explain, I'm going to explain it all. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, let's talk about this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Episode 5, The Rumor Mill is what it was called. In which, when I read the title, The Rumor Mill, I'm like, okay, this is about to be good. We about to get into some tea. However, no tea was served. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. This was not really a good episode to me. I feel like it was lacking a little bit. Something was missing with it. But still, you know, I really felt like I could have been doing my laundry. Which I did. I was doing my laundry at first because we opened up. And guess who is the first scene that we watching? Ashley. And you know I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. She really is a bit boring. She's very boring to me. But we get Ashley and we get Michael. And they are just getting home with their second son, and they make it a point to introduce the new baby to Dean so that he, you know, can get acquainted with his new brother. And so we get that scene, and then we move on to another family that I really like, which is Mia's family. Mia has really grown on me. I think I really like Mia. Not necessarily that I love her, but I really feel like she's really good for the show. She is keeping up with the girls. I feel like she can keep up with the shade. Whatever they dish out to her, she gonna give right back to them. So I really am enjoying Mia. And then if you catch her on like Twitter and stuff when they're going back and forth, Mia keeps up. Mia keeps up. I'm telling you. So we get a scene with Mia and Gordon, her husband, and they're out with their kids. They have a nice picnic, and they chit-chat with their children for a little while, and then Mia and Gordon start to talk about, once again, her mother. And this is just an ongoing thing. I think this is maybe like the third conversation we've heard about her mama and the problems that they have. So I'm really, at this point, I cannot wait until we get to meet the mama. I want to see this lady on camera. Can we get into it? Can we get into the juice? We want to see it. I can't wait. I know it's coming. So then Giselle goes over to visit Ashley, and of course she's going over to, you know, see the new baby. But she really went over there to be a little chatterbox, because she was over there running her mouth the whole time, just telling Ashley about what she had basically missed with the group while she was, you know, out of commission giving birth. So she talked about the pajama party and all that went down, and basically caught Ashley up on all of that. And then she tells her about the trip to Williamsburg that she wasn't invited to, and seemingly invites her to the trip even though Candace did not. So you know there's going to be some drama. Well, it ain't been drama yet if you watch the episode, but I'm thinking it might be drama later. But anyway, so you know, she keeps on, and then we get into where she gonna start talking about Wendy and Eddie. So this is where the title of the episode is coming from, The Rumor Mill. What's on the Rumor Mill? Rumor Mill, what's on the front page of the Potomac News is that Eddie is out there creeping. So you know Giselle got to bring it up. Why you got to be the one? How dare you even open your mouth to talk about somebody cheating on somebody else when we already know the pastor was cheating on you? Seems like you would just keep it on mute about any situation in anybody's relationship. Shh. 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 So while Giselle is sitting there running her mouth talking about Wendy and Wendy man. Wendy over there minding her business, still on the computer teaching her classes, and you know, having discussion with her husband about her new business, the candle making. And it comes to light that she really ain't thought all this stuff out, because Eddie was asking her a bunch of questions and she really did not have the answer to. So I don't know if them candles gonna ever hit the market, to be honest with you, but we'll see if they get lit or not. So there is this much anticipated meeting scene that we get in this episode, which I didn't know this was gonna happen, but I'm glad it did. So finally, Mia goes to meet with, you guessed it, the Green Eye Band-Aids, Batman and Robin. Yep. She decided to meet with them, and she came in there stepping. I mean, she looked good. She had on this little dress. It was beautiful, which she always has herself together. So, you know, she went and met with Giselle and Robin, and they was looking regular, basic. I think Robin had on some jeans. So, you know, Mia put them to shame. But we get a little scene from them, and they just were expressing that they wanted to get to know her and genuinely get to know her. And you know, Mia kept it cute, and she was real nice with them. And then she also disclosed and brought up the whole thing again about her mom, and she was very, you know, vulnerable, and allowed herself to, you know, go there and, you know, share that information with them, which I wouldn't have told them shh. So it's time to get on the bus and go to Williamsburg, Virginia. Have you ever been to Williamsburg, Virginia? Because I ain't never been, which I don't think I'm ever going, because is there anything there? What are they going to do? But, you know, still, nonetheless, they get on the bus, and I think everyone meets in front of what it appears to they have met. And to get on the bus stop is at Candace's house, in which I was being a little bit nosy because, like I've said before, Candace has this new home, and it's beautiful. But we really haven't gotten to see the outside of the house. I want to see the outside of the house. I want to see what the curb appeal look like. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I know they're not going to show that, you know, probably for security reasons. But still, I want to see. But anywho, we get a little peek at the neighborhood. And the neighborhood did appear to be a nice neighborhood. It looked like kind of like a new build neighborhood. But anywho, everyone gets on the bus. And everyone's pulling up. And we get to see, did you see what Wendy had on? She had on this bodysuit, and I think Giselle had threw a little shade and said that that Wendy was like Forever 21 Wendy, which it did look like some Forever 21 or some, you know, teenage store stuff, because she had on this bodysuit and some pants and a little jacket that went over it, and the bodysuit had like the slits on the side. I mean, Wendy girl, you doing too much. You really are. Really doing too much. But anywho, did you see the look that Giselle had on her face when Karen got on the bus? Bothered. So the bus has a pole on it. And you know, Miss Wendy with her extra self had to get up and dance, and then that kind of got everybody else in the mood to dance, and so they were all doing like their little pole dancing, which was kind of funny. And production was shady, because when Mia got up to do her pole dancing, they put at the bottom of the screen like the tips and the dollar amounts going up. So you know, Mia, she got the most tips, because it's been this thing about her having been a stripper in the past. We believe it now because we saw it with our own eyes. She was twirling and twisting all over that pole. Clearly, Mia know what she doing. They finally get to Williamsburg, Virginia, and they're staying at this really nice home. It was beautiful. They kind of showed a little bit of it. Everyone picks out their rooms, and then they, you know, sit down at the table, and they're talking. And I kind of thought it was going to be a drama part, but it ended up not being, which I was disappointed in, because they showed it on the preview last week that Robin wanted Mia to switch rooms, and basically was not asking, but was telling her like, oh, well, I'm moving you from upstairs, you downstairs now. So we thought that was going to get popped off, but you know what, Mia was like, okay, cool, whatever. It ended up not being a big deal, which I was very disappointed in, because I was ready for Mia to handle Robin. I really thought she was going to give it to her, because I know I would have been like, girl, please, we done picked out our rooms and you're not going to tell me where I'm going to room it. But I guess, you know what, Mia was like, girl, it's cool, whatever, because Mia knows she got somewhere to sleep at home that's real nice. So when you go on vacation, it ain't nothing when the vacation house ain't even half as bad as your own home. So I guess, you know, Robin, go ahead and pick your room, girl, because we know you in that townhouse. So yeah, you need the vacation. And of course, at the table, you know, Karen and Giselle had to get into it once again, and Miss Karen just politely handled it so effortlessly, so smoothly, didn't break a sweat, as always. Giselle got worked up talking about Karen, had been talking about her family, and they played the flashback from last year's reunion, where everything came out, where Giselle was embarrassed. Karen said that Giselle was basically upset because she was outed as a fraud and a fake, which that couldn't be no further from the truth. And your life is a lie. That's what she told her. Pretty much sound about right to me. What about you? What you think? So, of course, you know, it ended there. To be continued. That makes me sick when they do that. So, the preview next week looks like I might enjoy it a little bit, you know, more. I ain't gonna be doing my laundry during the episode like next week, because, you know, Ashley comes and looks like she starts dropping the tea to Wendy, and then Wendy gonna have to get in Giselle rump. Can't wait. That was pretty much the episode. Drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. Let me know if you agree with me that the episode was a little bit of a snooze fest. Still, there are things that we can, you know, conversate about. So just comment, tell me all your thoughts. As always, like and subscribe. And until next time, don't do anything you're gonna have to explain, because you know your girl Chrissy explains it all.